Splendid. Welcome back, everybody, to Vampyr. Take me to the hospital. Dorothy, I'm sorry I let you
Doctor,
wait.
where have you been? I've little time to play hide and seek with new staff members, no matter how illustrious they may be.
I found a wounded man by the docks. He answers to the name of Clay Cox. He requires urgent medical attention.
Already making the rounds? That's the Pembroke spirit. I'll ask our porter, Milton, to bring him back immediately.
Thank you, nurse. What can I do for you?
Dr. Swansea insisted we provide you a quiet office. You'll find it on the second floor with your name on the door.
Thank you.
Your girl's working first.
Nurse Crane, isn't it?
Yes, Dorothy Crane. Welcome to Pembroke Hospital, Dr. Reid. Your office has been prepared.
Thank you. Can I
I would like to ask a few
questions?
questions first. If you could
Just
point me in
shoulders.
the direction of my room again, nurse.
Second floor of the hospital, left after the stairs. It's the last vacant office at the end of the corridor.
I will totally remember that.
And Mr. Hampton, the patient we brought in. How does he fare?
I gave him a sedative to help him sleep. Poor thing was in quite a state of shock.
What kind of man is Dr. Swansea?
Well, you accepted the job from him. I thought you would have known about your employer.
I'm easy to impress. The tough days these days, you know, the job market is crazy. Not as crazy as in the year 2024, but still, woo! I just took any kind of job offer. I probably just met him.
Apologies, I've only just met him the once.
Is it right?
This is sudden. I've only just returned to England.
Dr. Swansea is a brilliant surgeon and the most compassionate physician.
It's right to assume Dr. Swansea knows far more about me than I do about him.
You'll get to know him soon enough, and better than me. The administrator has better things to do than mix with us.
Oh, you seem nice-ish enough so far. Okay,
Thank you, Nurse Crane.
Take me to the hospital before I go inside. Of course, as always, hello, looking around, talking
Good
to
evening,
people.
nurse. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reid, the new surgeon here at the Pembroke.
Dr. Swansea has already told us about you, sir. I'm Nurse Gwyneth Brannigan. Welcome to the Pembroke Hospital.
Did he
Thank you.
really? It's a good thing I wasn't hoping to keep a low profile.
All members of staff have already read about your new blood transfusion technique. Dr. Swansea made sure of that.
I see.
I'm really afraid, Mr.
Well,
Doctor.
I'm a little surprised, but I suppose I'll just have to deal with this unexpected notoriety.
You must know, blood transfusions are Dr. Swansea's primary subject of research. He is convinced it is the future.
How are things here?
Not good, to say the least. We're struggling against an invisible enemy, more lethal than any bullet from a gun. It's hard, Doctor.
Can't imagine.
An invisible enemy. Quite a poetic term for a disease, especially from a nurse.
Sorry, Doctor. These last few weeks have been exhausting. We could all do with a good night's sleep.
Do you think this hospital can survive the epidemic?
We are all volunteers here, and we're trying to hold fast, but how do we beat an invisible killer? Some nurses have already resigned.
Wondering what they're doing. I mean, resigning during these days where money is scarce. What is the backup plan? Like, I'm pretty sure back on the day there was no welfare money kind of stuff when you left your job. I mean, I totally get it. This is a lot. I'm just wondering how easy it was to find something new back then. I'm overthinking the wrong parts of the story here. I'm sorry. Okay, tell me about the staff.
I'm not familiar
The one
with
that's
all
still
the
here.
staff yet. Perhaps you could help me.
Brilliant professionals, most of them. Dr. Swansea has a gift for recruiting talent.
Most of them. Is there a problem I should know about, nurse?
Is there a
It would be
troublemaker?
inappropriate for me to speak ill of a colleague.
Bard? Bard?
Is there anyone that stands out?
Well,
I'm all here for the tea.
I have never met someone as dedicated as Dr. Tippins. He should be a standard for us all here.
Oh, I heard the subtitles
only
of
he
him
were younger.
earlier.
Why should his age be a problem?
I guess it's fair to say he's always pushing himself to the limits. He just doesn't know when to stop and get some rest.
Dr. Okay, that was our hint.
Nurse Brannigan, if you do know something, please tell me. Anything you say will be held in confidence.
No. I may disagree with some conduct, but in the end, everybody is doing their best.
Okay, so would like to know who you're exactly disagreeing with, but maybe another day. Okay, that is that. Personal questions. Hint required, hint required, hint required. Okay, maybe we talk about that
Goodbye,
later.
nurse. Call me if you need assistance.
No personal questions allowed yet. I take whatever you are. Fantastic. Keep poking around a little more. Hello, who are you?
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reid. I'm new here.
I've already heard about you, Dr. Reid. I'm Milton Hooks, the ambulance driver for this shithole of a hospital.
That's quite a blunt introduction, Mr. Hooks.
You can call me Milton. I like to speak my mind, Dr. Reid. Perk of the job. Don't judge me, and I won't judge you.
I'm not sure I understand what you're talking about.
Well, I'm no doctor, but I'm pretty sure a gun can't be used as a surgical instrument.
You have a keen eye. I learned to shoot during the war, and have carried one ever since. Old habits die hard.
I
No
actually
need
have
to
two.
explain, Dr. Reid. And if you ever need a better gun, remember, I may have something for you.
How is the situation around here?
You want to hear the situation is all right? It's fucking awful. We lack everything, and it's getting worse every day.
Oh no, sorry, there was still a lot of more.
Are you really smuggling weapons through the hospital?
And why not? I've already been attacked by patients, you know. And by gang members willing to steal my money.
But you're not defending yourself. You're selling guns to civilians.
You keep people alive your own way, Doctor. I offer them another way to protect their health.
So what do you do exactly in this hospital? Apart from smuggling guns, I mean.
I've been an ambulance driver since... too long, I guess. I bring sick people here night and day. It's a dirty job, but I get it done. Most of the time.
It sounds like things have been a bit rough recently. What's happened?
Yesterday I got attacked by the patient I was bringing here. I escaped through the hospital's garden, but I lost my wallet when I was running.
You left an infected patient outside the hospital. That's incredibly dangerous.
Go there yourself if you want, but be careful, Doctor. I'd rather not bring your dead body back.
I just picked up a side quest. Oh yeah, Midnight in the Garden of Good and Evil, new investigation. I was wondering, that sounds like I'm just picking up a side quest here.
Since you're on the front line, how is the sanitary situation in this vicinity?
It's a complete disaster. It's even getting dangerous to enter some streets or buildings. Even the locals attack you.
Jesus. God, this is horrible days. Okay, hint required. Personal questions. I assume. Yeah, okay, hint required.
I'd like to see your goods.
Wise choice, Dr. Reid. A reliable gun is what everybody needs these days.
My decree. Buy. Milton shotgun. Costs a lot of fucking money. Shotgun shells. Common trigger part. Part of a handle that can be used to assemble a good handle. For any offhand weapon. Aluminum powder. I don't know what I need all these things for. I mean, probably, yeah, to upgrade, silly me. I don't know what is more important here. I think I could get all of... Okay, wait, no, I couldn't. Never mind. I'm very good at math. Very bad at math. I guess I just take 2 of you and maybe 2 of you. And 1 of you. I don't even know if that was a good idea. I just start maybe for upgrades. I don't know what I need for the upgrades. Oh god, I will find out if that was a good thing or not next. Oh goodness gracious, this time I have a workbench. That's bloody around here. More bloody than some other areas. Okay, but nothing for me to... There is a heart. I'm not sure what a heart means. 62 meters, you can see the heart too, right? Does the map tell me what a heart means? Ah, okay, it's the heart local investigations. This is like a Side quests. Endangered citizen, local investigations, event. These are all sound like any kind of side quest thingies. And only you are like the main quest. Okay, wait, what was the money thing about? Merchant. Okay, that was Milton? Wilton?
Perhaps I should.
He's the merchant. Okay, yeah, I just spent all my money there, so no other reason to talk to him for now. I've already been here. What do we have here? Oh, that looks like a new person to talk to. Hello. Are you the old one I heard about?
Good evening, sir.
Oh yeah, I think
So it is true. The famous Dr. Reid has joined us. I can't think of any better news during these terrible times.
Do we
Oh.
know each other?
Actually,
Everybody
yes.
knows you, man.
We
Oh,
met once before at the Rockefeller University in New York.
Dr. Tippett, yes, I remember. I was assisting Professor Carell in his research about coronary bypasses. He had nothing but praise for you.
He was also very confident about your future. And look at you now. Eminent surgeon and blood transfusion specialist.
What is the Pembroke Hospital situation? And please, speak freely.
This hospital is not exactly the best of London. I'm sure you are used to working in a better environment.
It's more than enough. In any case, the personnel of a hospital are much more important to me than the building.
Don't be misled by appearances, Dr. Reid. This hospital does not lack talented people. It just lacks hope.
What can you tell me about the staff in the hospital?
Some are really good, and others are not so good. But during this troubled period,
Who's
there is
not
no
so
time for
good?
slander. I prefer to focus on the positive character traits.
positive character.
Tell me more about cherished people, then.
Nurse Brannigan is a pearl. She is the most helpful and dedicated nurse I've ever worked with.
Do you
A
two have a
clever
thing
and
going
cheerful
on?
woman.
You really seem to admire her skills.
I'll go even further. If she was a man, she would be a damn fine practitioner.
I hear sparkles. I mean, I really like the what he said in the end, but I think they both like each other.
Any opinion about the management?
I don't always agree with Dr. Swansea's reserve, but I must admit he does all he can to keep this facility running during this crisis.
Ah, yes, the burden of command. I was fed up with this concept while serving as a medical officer.
Don't get me wrong. Swansea's a good administrator. I just wish he would get out of his office now and again.
Busy man. Just very blunt, I guess. You are exhausted.
You're exhausting yourself, Corcoran. Maybe you should think about preserving your strength.
No, we must keep on healing all those poor souls. We are the last rampart before chaos. Once more, unto the breach.
You have nothing to prove. Nurse Brannigan is worried. Your attitude is irresponsible. He really cares about her, so I like all the answers. I just
Nurse
go with
Brannigan is worried about you, Doctor.
She should not have told you that. I will have a word with
Oh
her.
no!
You
I
don't
didn't
have
thought him to
blame
get
her
angry.
for her honesty.
I'm not that kind of man, my dear Jonathan. Actually, Nurse Brannigan's opinion is the only one I may listen to.
See, that was my third here. Okay, so I did a good thing. Yeah, that is also something that crossed my mind very briefly because there was really just a few seconds before the decision that he might could get angry with her. But as I third, only opinion he cares about. Okay, so take a break. Was this a personal questions? Okay, wait. You live in London. Personal questions. Okay.
Goodbye, Dr. Tippett.
I would like to Nurse Brannigan. I would like to talk to her again because I just discovered him after talking to him, but I don't know where the nurse is. This you? Okay, I think that is her. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Let us talk to her again.
Good evening, Nurse Brannigan.
Good evening, Doctor.
I'm just not sure where. Nope, not here. Must be here then.
Why does Dr. Tippett claim you're the main reason he keeps working, despite his fatigue?
If it wasn't for him, I probably would have left the Pembroke years ago.
Dr. Tippett does not think of you as just a nurse anymore, does he?
If you're suggesting he's not taking my gender into consideration when it comes to medical practice and knowledge, I really hope he doesn't.
Can
Goodbye,
I?
nurse. Call me if you need assistance.
Can I be a little larv matchmaker here and get them two together?
Another
okay.
glorious battalion of Pembroke.
Man, your attitude is not making things better here. Wanna gossip with me about the doctor and the nurse that are in love but not ready to admit it yet? Would this make your day? Okay. Your city needs you. City, you. Life saved by efficient medical aid is a blow struck at the of the flu epidemic. Volunteers make the difference. Okay, I think I'm ready to go in,
Dr.
actually.
Swansea is right. This place seems perfect to conduct my research.
I mean, it's a hospital, right? Hello, who are you? Oh, you're not looking very well.
Good evening, miss.
Very well.
I'm Dr. Reid, the new surgeon at the Pembroke Hospital. And who are you?
Your name has no meaning to me, mortal. You're nothing but dust blown by the winds of eternity.
I beg your pardon?
What are you begging for, mortal? My clemency? Well, tonight maybe I'm inclined to mercy. You'll never forget the night you met Thelma Howcroft.
You keep calling me mortal. Why is that? And if I'm mortal, what are you?
Well, Dr. Reid, if you must know, I'm a vampire.
I just want to point out the second she started talking, one of my streaming lights started flickering, so maybe we shouldn't fuck with Thelma. On the other hand, honey, you're talking to a real vampire here, so...
And
What the
why
fuck
do
are you talking
believe you're
about?
a vampire?
I don't need to believe anything. It is what I am. It is what I feel within this hollow shell of flesh.
Please, describe to me how you feel. What is it like to be a vampire?
I can hear my body crumble from the inside as my flesh cracks and fades. I sense the last pulse of postulant blood within my drying veins. I need new blood.
I see. Have you ever heard of Cotard's syndrome, Miss Howe?
I haven't. Explain
Never.
it to me.
It's a mental illness discovered by a French neurologist named Jules Cotard. The affected patients are delusional. They believe that they are putrefying, that they are dead, a ghost or a ghoul, or in your case, a vampire.
Delusional, you say? Oh, sad and petty mortal. You can't even begin to understand the concept of immortality. And you think it is I who am delusional.
I'm assuming you must be a patient here. Am I right, Miss Howcroft?
It's only a cover. To hide from my enemies. I can leave whenever I want. As a woman, a spirit, fog, or bat.
This poor lady.
Who are these enemies you mentioned? Can you describe them?
I cannot say for sure. But I sense their eyes on me from nearby. I feel them watching me every time I visit the garden near the morgue.
Should I check out the garden and the morgue?
The staff here are not your enemy. They're here to help you, to care for you.
I'm not speaking of the doctors in white. I'm speaking of the men and women who hunt me. For I am a vampire.
I see. Don't worry. These people will not find you here. I'll personally make sure they leave you alone.
Thank you, mortal. But do not interfere with them, for you are no match for those that hunt me.
Well, wrong target. New investigation. Okay. Like it. Picking up side quests while talking to characters here.
Who are you really, Miss Howcroft? I mean, apart from being a vampire.
Is that not enough for you, puny mortal? What do you require? Proof of my powers?
I'm
Sure.
curious to know who you were before becoming a vampire.
It was such a long time ago, I don't remember. Centuries of unholy life can have strange effects on one's minds, you see?
She made this up because she went through trauma. You just explained what that is, Jonathan. I'm sorry, I was absolutely listening. You just explained what it is, but not how it is caused. It sounds like something your brain would come up with to repress something horrible had happened to you. But it's a very quiet stretch. I don't know. It's just, I'm interested in psychology and how the human brain works, like in real life. But I clearly do not know enough about it to, actually say something about it. It was just an idea, just a thought. I really hope we figure this out. I am very curious what actually
I'll leave
happened.
you, Mistress of the Dark, to your nocturnal activities.
Oh. You didn't make fun of her. I think you really said it like so soothed. She feels a little soothed. I like Jonathan. I like this dude so far. Where am I going? To the left. I don't know. My bed was on another floor. Okay, wait. There was another person in the hall. Is this a nurse I already talked to?
The Goswicks came here in the first.
Yeah, I think you knew. I don't think I know.
Good evening,
you.
nurse.
Good evening, Doctor. I don't think we've been introduced yet.
Piper?
My name is Pippa Hawkins.
Piper.
And I'm Dr. Jonathan Reid. Dr. Swansea has recently offered me a position in this hospital.
Well, it's a euphemism that your help will be appreciated, Doctor.
How would you describe the situation at the Pembroke Hospital?
It's serious. The flu is wreaking havoc amongst the staff and patients. We are running out of everything.
Nurse Hawkins, the Spanish flu won't last forever. Even the Black Plague didn't kill everyone.
I wish I could believe you. But what if this epidemic was worse? What if in the end, nobody was spared?
Fair enough, Lord.
You must get a hold of yourself, nurse.
Sorry, I'm exhausted. No one has any idea when this epidemic will be over.
It's also so interesting talking about an epidemic all the time. This game was released before COVID. I think it was 2018. But every time I hear epidemic or quarantine, it's crazy. It's been 4 years now, but it's still... I really have to think of COVID when I hear something like that. Strange.
How long have you been a nurse?
Well, long enough to see that the epidemic is winning. And no matter how qualified you are, don't tell me you'll change that.
I will change that. You would be surprised, man. I'm a vampire now. I'm a vampire doctor. I don't know. I don't even know yet what I'm capable of, so we all would be surprised.
You'd be surprised what dedication can achieve, Nurse Hawkins.
Yeah.
In medicine, sometimes we're just a test result away from a miracle.
Sorry, Doctor. I don't want to sound bitter, but I'm just too tired to give a pep talk like Nurse Brannigan.
Here, this is why I gave you just a pep talk.
How is the Pembroke staff coping with the epidemic?
Well, not well. Milton, the ambulance driver, is even more grumpy than usual.
I
Especially
noticed that.
concerning doctors.
Why does Milton dislike doctors?
I don't know. Just ask him. But be warned. Milton is not the chatty type.
I assume... Oh no, I thought we were something.
Why is Milton grumpy on a daily basis? Is it just an act?
Milton's not the kind of man who's bothered about a bad reputation, whether he deserved it or not.
There goes the hint. Okay, wait, whether he deserved it or not, we definitely have to talk with Milton right after that. And I think... Because, yeah, I was pretty sure.
Goodbye, Nurse Hawkins.
Didn't pick up any hints about her yet. Milton! Why are we so grumpy? What was Pippa talking about? You were just hanging around here. I just have to follow the merchant. Okay, here are you two. Oh, I give you some private time. Ah, please, never do this again, Rose. Okay, you are Pippa, right? You are Pippa, I just talked to you. Yeah, you're Pippa. Where's Milton hanging around now? Ah, I remember you. Okay, I don't know where Milton is right now. You're the vampire lady I just talked to. Let me talk to you first. Hello? You
Good
seem
evening,
to be in
sir.
pain. Can I help you?
Can I help you?
Unless you're here to fix my face. No. I don't think you can help me.
I'm Dr. Reid. I've recently taken the position of head surgeon
Oh,
here.
there's something in my eye. Jesus. Keep
War
talking.
injuries, am I right?
You guessed right, Doctor. German shell took my pretty little mug right off. But they still call me Thomas Elwood.
Oh man, you Still in London? How is your stay
How
with
is your
us?
stay with us, Mr. Elwood?
Oh, it's bliss. I just escaped death in the trenches to be surrounded again by the moans of the dying.
Can I ask you precisely why you're a patient here?
It's the pain, sir. The drugs don't work. It just hurts under the scars, if you get my drift.
Who is treating you? Is someone in particular looking after your case?
Nobody since the old and tired doctor spoke to me. Started to think I was forgotten about. Wouldn't blame you.
You don't seem worried by that.
My face hurts so much more when I smile or cry. I've learned it's easier not to speak. But be assured I'm smiling inside.
Oh, I want your help, Thomas.
Can I do anything for your pain?
Nurses gave me a bunch of pills. No effect. Told you. It's like the flames are under my skin, burning away.
Suck out the pain out of them. Is this a cool vampire doctor special? Hint required. Nope, don't hurry it. Personal questions. Oh. Ah, interesting.
How close are you to Miss Horcroft? Are you aware that she thinks she is a vampire?
To wait for her next nibble is the best reason to stay here. Every time she approaches my bed, she treats me like something tasty. A normal person.
Aren't you afraid? She may hurt you if the game goes too far.
She's quite harmless, I can assure you. Her head's broken inside is all. While I'm busted on the outside. But she's still beautiful. Living proof that there's hope for me.
Then you still can get a lady award. Like... she's mentally disturbed, exactly.
You do realize she's mentally disturbed. It's called the Cotter syndrome. She truly believes she's a vampire.
In her madness, she never refers to my scars. And frankly, if I could, I'd join her world. It seems much more fun than the real one.
So do you let her bite you? You know that's not sanitary.
And why
Look
not?
around you, bro.
She's only supping a few drops of me blood. And the pain, it's real for once.
She could decide to bite less willing patients.
Then it's another good reason for me to stay here, Doctor.
Goodness gracious me.
Where were you stationed, sir? Did you serve for long?
I really don't want to talk about all this shit.
No offense. I was pushing too much. I served in France myself. I just wanted to know what happened to you.
You were an officer, weren't you? Then I doubt we fought the same war, sir. No offense.
None taken. Okay, there was that. There is one more hint here. And one more hint here. Okay.
Goodbye for now, Mr. Elwood.
Disgust on every street corner.
Does James say? Okay. Sean! Forgot your last
Good evening,
name.
Mr. Hampton. How do
Oh,
you
Hampton.
feel?
Dr. Reid, is it? Oh,
Is it the name of the girl
I
from
must
Jurassic Park?
apologize for my behavior.
What do you mean?
I was not myself in the factory. Fear and exhaustion made me say awful things to you, I'm afraid.
You remained perfectly nice and polite. A little delirious, perhaps. But who wouldn't be after enduring an abduction?
Thank you, Doctor. That's a relief. Now all I need to do is rest and return to my flock.
Yeah, but I still have to talk to you. Why were you there with this bishop guy in first place? Yes, exactly. That is something I've been wondering a few times ever since we picked this guy up there.
How did you end up in William Bishop's den?
I had received alarming news about his recent behavior. I went to his place and he refused to let me go.
You dared to enter this awful place alone. You're a hero, Mr.
I mean,
Hampton.
he didn't know he's a vampire.
I'm just a man trying to help his friends, Dr. Reid. William Bishop was a conflicted soul, searching for light.
Why did he abduct you?
William was an alcoholic. His addiction suddenly changed to blood. I don't know why. Just like a patient I met here. This Miss Hawcroft.
Who's Tom
Do you know Tom Watts? The
Oh.
bartender from the Turtle.
Jeez. It's been a
I
while.
met him before I found you in the canning factory.
Tom? Yes, of course. Always the helping hand, good old Tom. Without men like him, corruption and despair would have wiped out the East End long ago.
Who should I
Perhaps so.
avoid in this part of town, then? Any particularly evil figures?
Not really. Most men and women are just doing their best. And it's not my habit to speak ill of people I know, Doctor.
Clearly, doesn't seem to be
People
the
are
case.
still in despair.
How could it be otherwise? The authorities have left us all to rot in this contagious nightmare. No drugs, no advice, nothing. It's a damn shame.
What is the general situation in the East End, Docs?
The situation has always been tough, with a lot of tensions between the gangs and the Dockers trade union. The Wet Boot Boys are very nervous since they lost their leader.
Who leads the gang now?
Since Clay Cox went missing, it's his wife Edwina who runs the show, with the assistance of her minion, Booth Digby.
The guy at the docks, after we arrived here at the end of the last episode, his name was Clay, right? Was it Clay Cox? God, way too many names. I can't remember names, man. Not in real life, not in video games.
Has the gang been threatening you?
Ah, no. I've had this nickname for so long, you know, the sad saint of the East End.
Oh,
No one dares to bug a saint, not even criminals.
the sad saint. That's a sad nickname. Anything? Okay, actually everything.
Have you made friends since you arrived?
Not really, but I recognize Miss Harriet Jones. I knew her when she lived by the docks. That poor woman had such a miserable life.
You never came to see her here at Pembroke. Receiving visits when sick can be an important part of the healing process, you know. We're not just bodies.
You're preaching to the converted now, Doctor. To be truly honest, I thought she was dead. She left the docks many months ago.
Besides, honestly, considering this whole flu situation, and looking at this hospital here, I would not visit anyone here, out of the sheer fear that I will leave with the flu again. I don't really think we're having a quarantine and epidemic. I don't really think this is like visiting. That was a weird thing to judge him for, Jonathan. I've been on your side almost entirely so far, but that was a weird thing to say, considering the days we're living through.
What do you do for a living, Mr. Hampton? I can't help but notice the cross around your neck.
I manage a night asylum for the poor and homeless of the docks.
Oh.
And I try to guide the lost and hesitant on the right path to our Lord.
Are you a priest, Mr. Hampton? A deacon, maybe?
Not at all, Doctor. I'm just a man of faith willing to preach the good word.
Okay, I'm surprised. I actually thought he's like a priest. A wandering priest or something like that.
Why didn't you use your cross against William Bishop? To repel him somehow?
That's a very strange question, Doctor. A cross is no magical token, if that's what you were trying to say. Not mine, anyway.
He doesn't believe in vampires, I think. Even though he was attacked by one who tried to drink his blood, he even said like his alcohol addiction changed to blood. He does not believe in vampires. Yeah.
How do you feel, Mr. Hampton? Medically speaking, I mean.
I feel exhausted. Beyond exhaustion, actually. William drank so much of my blood in his madness. I feel...
Is he going to turn now?
You're in
He
good
actually
hands
drank
here.
his blood.
Dr. Swansea is well versed in blood transfusion, and I'm sure he'll take the best care of you.
Thank you, sir. I believe all I need is rest. And then I can go back to the people who need me.
You're such a good, sad saint.
Goodbye, Mr. Hampton. We'll talk again later.
I mean, I don't know how turning works here. So far, we haven't turned anybody. No one has explained to us how turning works. Apparently, you can drink people's blood without killing them. You just make them very weak. Fascinating. You're Pippa, right? Yeah, you are Pippa. Okay, you were blinking earlier. Nurses are needed now. What a surprise. Once again, it feels like these days in pretty much every healthcare system in the Western world, in the name of mercy, they depend on you. Nurses are needed now. Inquire at the nearest appointments office of the Ministry of Labour and National Service or write to 15 King Ways, London. Okay, we're already a little over time. I'm just looking around. Maybe there's some documents here. God, there were so many people to talk to and I love that. Do not cough in public. Prevent disease. Careless spitting, sneezing, coughing, spread influenza, spread by droplets sprayed from nose and throat. Do not cough in public. This is really, it feels like they're I was about to say good old COVID days, but more like the bad old COVID days. Do not fucking curse in public. Okay, there is a doctor sitting, there is another doctor coming around, there are so many people here. Oh my god, we will spend so much time talking to everyone. And this is totally what we're going to do. Can I save? Do your save? I don't know when it saved the last time. Probably after I finished talking to somebody? I think there is only outer save. Is there like a save here? Main quest, citizen menu, local investigations. Oh, okay, this is like my side quest stuff. Wrong target. Find who is spying on Thelma. Yeah, I thought we were going to check this one out. I really would like to. For gameplay? No. Controls, reset, autolog, vibration, language, subtitles. Oh god, I clicked it and it didn't save. I don't know when it saved the last time. I would like to add this record session for today. Let me find out where it saved the last time. Oh no, that was like 20 minutes ago. Are you kidding me? Do I have to do all the conversations then again? Oh god, why do you only have auto-save? Why are you not saving when I'm at least leaving? Oh, this is horrible. Do I really have to focus on that now? Let me just get in here and see. And see what the situation is. I mean, I will have to do all the conversations again next time when I'm starting then, probably. It was almost my whole episode! I just want to find out with you together what the situation is. Do we literally only have auto saves? And maybe I'm just too stupid and I didn't farm, but I...
Death. Since the apple was plucked.
Oh no, wait, was that the wrong one? Okay, give me a sec. Okay, never mind. I don't know what happened here. That was the soundtrack. I didn't really look at the date. I just looked at the time, and the time was 20 minutes ago. It is now, yeah, here. That is the right one, and this is only a couple of minutes ago. I'm pretty sure it's saved when I left to the main menu. I will not check it out yet. Can I maybe erase you? So that never happens again? Take me to the hospital. That was like about 3 minutes ago. This must have been saved when I left for the main menu. Which is as simple as the case. This is where I will start the next time, the next record session. I mean, this is the only fair thing. Like, just save when I'm leaving for the menu. That makes so much sense. When you only have autosave. I'm not used to games that only have autosave these days, but apparently this is the case here. Which is totally fine because everything else was pretty much great so far. I really enjoyed my first 2 episodes here in Vampyr. I didn't know we have all these little dialogues here. I know this was like a game where you can make decisions, and these decisions like have an impact on your world, like sucking out poor Clay. I'm still sure his name was Clay. But having all these dialogues and with these hints, like people telling me stuff, and then I can unlock dialogue options with other people, and they're even giving me like side quests when I'm talking to them. I really like this so far. The combat is okay, I guess. I still need a little more practice. I just recently have figured out how to use my pistol. But I also really love this atmosphere. I said it, I think, at the end of the first episode. I still believe this is such a great game to play during spooky season. We'll probably need a little longer than spooky season, but it's still a great game for like a darky, foggy November day. So yeah, this is a really fun, great game so far, and I choose a great time to play it. And I just hope you agree with me on everything I just said. I really hope you enjoyed this episode, this first 2 episodes of Vampyr, and I really hope you join me during my next record session, my next episode. Period. I will see you there.